Hey, this is Kevin Schmidt with Pacific House of Mission in our series Voice of Paul, covering 16 books, in which at the end of our series, if we integrate them right, we'll have an understanding of the basic frame of the entire New Testament. And so in today's study, we're looking at chapters 3 and 4 in the book of Acts. We're calling it the amazement community. The reason is because there was amazement and astonishment constantly being felt by all the people. And you see that actually throughout Luke's writings. You see it in his first book, the Gospel of Luke, where things happen and then Mary sees them and she wonders at them and she's amazed at them and she ponders them in her heart. And you see the emotings also of Elizabeth and Simeon, who is at the temple, and Anna, the prophetess. And there's this motif of expectancy and leaning into what is God going to do next. And that clearly matches the whole idea that we're supposed to be waiting upon God giving us the Holy Spirit. And so even when John the Baptist is in jail, he sends a deputation of his disciples, and they come to Jesus and they ask on behalf of John the Baptist. They say, "Are you the expected one, the one that we're supposed to be leaning into?" And then Jesus says, "Hey, look at all the things that have been happening. Go back and answer like that." So now in Acts chapter 3 and 4, we're given this picture. Actually, Luke gives several sterling paragraphs that describe what the community of God was like. We saw it last study at the end of chapter 2. We get another one at the end of chapter 4 in this study. And next study, we'll see another paragraph that really zeroes in what that community, that new followership of God was like. And in each case, there's all this expression about the people are filled with wonder. They're amazed. They're moved, they're perplexed, they're astonished, they're filled with reverence and awe. And it uses these words over and over again in the Greek, phobos and thaumazo, the astonishment or the amazement. It may not seem very important for us to identify the emotings that people had about what God was doing, but Luke has a way of, in those emotings, in the expression of people's reaction to seeing what God's going on, he has a way of, in those moments, also giving us little clues about the formation or the structuring of this new followership of God is really like. For example, the religious leaders, they're seeing the people be amazed, and they're thinking, next round of needing life in their life, they're going to turn to the name again, to the way of Christ. They're going to turn to the apostles instead of us for their lines of influence and help and for their answers to their questions. And so they begin to forbid and ban the apostles. Hey, keep on healing people, keep on, teaching good stuff about God, give life to people, but don't refer to the name. Don't refer to the way of Jesus. And so you begin to see the actual structures of this community that is still Jewish. This is Judaism here. The Christians aren't called Christians yet. They're Jews. But there is a movement within them that follows the way, that follows the name. And you see that structure starting to emerge, which the religious leaders are pushing back on. Anyhow, enjoy the study and peace out.